Well, basically, it started when I was in high school. We would always have these events, and they needed DJs, and not everyone's a DJ. Like it's a pretty hard skill to learn, especially back then, when everything was on records. There were no laptops and whatnot, and two of my good friends were good DJs, and I ended up living with one of them, and I basically just saw him DJ all the time, and he had like an event that he needed covered, and like he didn't know that I would keep watching him, and I kind of picked it up, but just by watching him, and when he found out that I could do it, he let me borrow his equipment and cover this gig for me, and then I ended up buying my own gear, and then I got picked up by a venue at V Lounge in Santa Monica, and then it just snowballed from there, and I just started the company and started doing more and more events, and it just blew up. Got lucky. The sad thing about DJing is that like you don't really get picked up with your talent and your skill. A lot of times it's like, oh, how many people can you bring with you, what's your posse like? Like, can you help us like fill the room too? So a lot of times you'll get these DJs that get picked up by clubs and events that, they might not know what they're doing, or their skill might not be where you want someone professionally to do that. So I came up with starting a company so that I can control all that. So not only do we have the promoters, because we're doing it ourselves, but we're also controlling like security, bartenders, the go-go dancers, like it was all in-house. So that way, like you're not dealing with like shady promoters that are not paying you, or clubs that like they want to put on their own DJ, or make up their own rules. Like we wanted to play by our own rules. So we came up with creating the company. That way we could do everything in-house. Oh, a bunch of times. I mean, like that's one of the reasons why I don't like working with clubs a lot anymore. Like if you look up my stuff, I do a lot of private events and whatnot. And when I do clubs, I try to. There is no middleman. I want to speak directly to the club owner or the person running the whole thing, because I've been ripped off. I think every DJ out there has been ripped off a bunch of times. You'll have situations where you DJ and then you don't really get deposits. You don't get money up front. You know what I mean? Like you might get 10% here and there, like up front, but at the end of the night you have to wait for like all the bar tabs to get closed up, and then to figure out all the money, and then you get paid. And sometimes it's like a week or 2 or 3 later, and then some of them like they stop picking up their phones. They stop responding to you, and then you just figure out like, man, I just got ripped off, and it sucks because it's not that uncommon. Like I've heard it happen to a lot of my DJ friends and a lot of the people that I've worked with. So I protect myself with my company by making physical contracts, not just oral binding agreements, where we have like 50% down deposit, we have papers signed, and you got to treat it like a real business. If you just treat it like a hobby and you just go by someone's word and you don't know who they are, they can definitely take advantage of you. Well, see, when you DJ at a club, there's a specific audience that you usually need a DJ for. So, for example, if you're DJing at a hip hop club, you need to know how to play hip hop, old school hip hop, the new hip hop, and whatever the club wants. But when I'm doing my own events and venues, and my creativity is a lot bigger, because I can play any genre of music. I can play what the people want. I can scan the crowd and see what they want to hear, and I can mix it up. You know what I mean? Like I can get creative and mix some old stuff with some new stuff, or totally different genres with each other. It's called genre bending, when I'm playing like electronic music with hip hop music and blending it in, making it sound good. Well, it's definitely the DJ controls the atmosphere. They control the vibe of the night for hundreds, if not thousands of people. You control how they're feeling. You control how their night goes. So like I have a lot of people that tell me at the end of the night, like, hey, you really made the event dope. You really made it cool for us because we really like the music. But at the same time, I've heard of people that go to events that have a bad DJ and they're like, my night was ruined. Like, like he didn't play the good stuff. It ended, we got in a bad mood. It created friction between a group, so you literally control hundreds of people's nights, by the music you're picking out and whatnot. And, and just also all the really cool people that I meet. I mean, I've done events, for like, local celebrities and whatnot. And, just being able to network with different people from different industries is really cool.
Thank you for watching A Wise Way. Subscribe to stay updated, share to pass the knowledge, or view our other videos on the left.